Hey, this is Brian from BrianWright732.com, and this is the Daily B165. Hey, it's Brian. So, what am I talking about? I am talking about where you end up is more important than where you start, or where you've been. So, we all have had pasts that have things in it that, I don't know necessarily if proud is the word, but things that we may not look at as success. Failure is part of the process. It doesn't really matter where we come from. It doesn't matter what we've done. What matters is where we end up and how we understand, everything about that place, and are we providing value. That's the main thing. You're just because you've done things that you're not proud of in your past doesn't mean you're a bad person. Just because you've had failures in the past, it doesn't mean you're a failure. You can be a success as long as you learn from everything you've done in your past and you turn today into a success. As long as you're learning from what you do and moving forward, there's no problem. So the world may be able to hold your past behaviors above you and try and push you down, but it's up to you to put that stuff under you and rise above, not keep it on your shoulders and carry that weight around and feeling, depressed, upset, whatever from where you've been. It doesn't matter if you just came to the realization now in this moment. Today could have been a bad day, but right now you've started to make some progress. It doesn't matter when you realize you need to make progress, as long as you're making progress, as long as you're learning. It doesn't matter when the epiphany comes and it all makes sense. It just matters that it does at some point. So when you do have that epiphany, when it does make sense, when the problems of your past now become just experience that's created the positive situation you're in right now, you have to embrace that. You have to go forward. You have to continue to make progress day in and day out, moment to moment, and getting your life to have some momentum so it all makes sense. Because the same thing occurs where if you do have success instead of failure in your past, it doesn't justify the failures today. It's not okay to fail today because you were good yesterday. There's no excuses for us to be a failure or lacking in success today. There's no excuses for any negative behavior. If we want to be positive, we are supposed to be positive. We have to learn from our past experience to create a positive future. We have to take a positive past and continue to drive forward off of it. It's all about the lessons we carry forward from the good, the bad, and the indifferent. Whatever lessons we have in this life, we carry them forward so that we learn and we act in an informed way. And that's the purpose. I talk about purpose quite a bit. If you have passion, that's one thing, but you have to have purpose. So you can have all the fire and the energy you want, but you have to have a purpose. You have to understand why, which requires that you learn from where you've been so you understand why you are standing where you are right now, in this moment, where you are, who you are, all of that. So embrace this moment, learn from your past, create the positive future. Do not allow the world to judge you for who you were. Stand up for who you are and make people see you for who you are, not who you were. Okay, that's Brian. I'm out.